Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando and you know what it's about. We're about personal finance, we're about real estate, we're about investing, just everything financial. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about how to double your income. Now, I promise you this isn't some clickbait type stuff. This is true ways to instantly double your income. So I just want to jump right into it. So let's just start off with number one. Number one is doubling your output of whatever you're selling. So if you're selling like an ebook, or if you're selling a course, or if you're selling whatever you're selling, whatever it may be, you need to double your output. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are saying. It's like, double my output? Isn't that more work? Well, yes, that is, but that's just the name of the game when you're trying to start your own business, when you have your own business. You're trying to double your income, right? So you have to do some things that maybe may soak up a little bit more time, and doubling your output is a surefire way of going ahead and doubling your income. Now, when I say double your output, I don't necessarily mean double your output by trying to sell more of the product. I mean, whatever you're trying to sell, let's just say you have an ebook that's on, I don't know, how to knit. You want to do another ebook on how to knit a blanket. Like, you want to stay within the same niche, but then you want to move over to providing more content for the same group of people. Or in some instances, you may want to go over to another group of individuals. But whatever it may be, you're putting out more content, more products to sell to those individuals. You know, people are more willing to buy your products than you may know. You may think in your head that, you know what? I don't want to spam people with offers to buy my stuff. But please remember, you're not spamming people. You're allowing people to choose more than one option. If you give someone only one option to buy something from you, then that's what they're going to do. If you give them three options, maybe they might buy two out of the three. You never know. But that's the reason why you want to have more options available for people to buy. You want to double your output, and this allows you to double your income. You know, that's just the way it goes, guys. It's a numbers game. Just remember that. It's a numbers game. Okay, so number two is doubling your price. Now, this is scary, guys. At first beginning of it, you're kind of like, I don't know if I would have doubled my prices. It's gonna scare away people, scare away my clientele that I currently have. You know, you just really are kind of weary about doubling your prices to double your income, right? And I get it, because I was in that same situation where in my company, for my business, which is financing for commercial real estate, I didn't want to charge more fees to my clients because I thought that they would just disappear. In my instance, in my experiences, that is not the case, because people will pay you what your value is. And that's the value that you present, I should say. So that's what happened with me. I'm an expert in the field. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. So if I charge X amount of dollars for that, then you kind of just lay it on the table and say, it's either take it or leave it in that scenario. And for me, individuals were like, oh, well, it's a win-win situation, because that's how I present my business. It's a win-win, and you're going to win something by me doing exactly what I told you I was going to do. And then you're going to pay me exactly what I asked for. And it's a win-win. It's not egregious as far as the amount of money you're asking for, but it's probably more than what you initially or originally would ask for. And you will be amazed the individuals that will pay you when you do that increase. In some instances, you may lose individuals. Now, be ready for this, guys. You may lose some clients because they think that that price is too high. But the clients that you keep are now paying double, which increases your income. And I want to really, really knock this home, guys. You don't want to be the person who's at the bottom of the barrel, but yet you call yourself an expert. It hurts your brand. I promise you it will. You cannot be a guy who's charging $1 when the value of your product is $50. You're going to diminish your brand. Yes, you will get a lot of people who will come to you because you're charging $1, but at the same time, you're also giving away free value for what? Pennies? Pennies on the dollar? Do you want to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants their time valued, and you need to value your time the most. The most, guys. Value your time the most. It is so important. If you think you're worth $50, every project, then charge $50. So this is the reason why I'm saying double your prices is the best way at instantly doubling your income. So go for it. Go for it. It may seem scary, but I promise you it will be worth it in the end. You can use your common sense and understand if it's a good time to do it or not. So number 3 is doubling your sales. Now, this seems like kind of like a duh moment, right? Like doubling my sales. Of course, if I sell more, I'm going to make more. But that's pretty much what it is. But it's about the way that you go about doubling your sales. How are you doubling your sales? Maybe right now you're only doing word of mouth? Well, to double your sales, you need to go ahead and advertise with Google, or maybe you need to do Facebook ads, or maybe you need to, be more active on social media, or maybe you want to do a YouTube channel. However you decide to double your sales, probably going to be different than what you're already doing. So I just want to make this perfectly clear that you have to do something different than you already are doing. So let's just say you are doing Google ads. To double your sales, you may have to transition over to Facebook ads also, or maybe drop a little bit more money into Google ads. But you're going to have to do something different to double your sales. And this is really, really important, guys. And if you combine this with the doubling of the price of whatever you're selling, then you can see how this can work. You can substantially knock up your income if you combine all of these, or at least the 3 that I've told you so far, and you combine them all, you can jump up your price of a lot of things like that, guys. So I really, really, really want you to maybe make a notebook and etch down exactly what you're doing as far as marketing. What are you doing as far as to push your business out there a little bit more? Are you using these social media platforms? Are you only using word of mouth? Add some depth and some range and field in between and trying to decide exactly what you need to do. You cannot in this day and age only do one thing, expect your brand or your business to grow, so high. It will stop at some point. So once again, guys, double your sales and do exactly what I just said here as far as how to double your sales. So number 4 is really focusing on wealthy clients. Now, this portion may take a little bit time to get there, but if you're already there when it comes to what I just told you to do, you can instantly do this too. And you want to really focus on your wealthy clients. And what's the reason why I'm saying this? Why do you want to focus on wealthy clients? Well, in my business, when I'm trying to look for financing for individuals, most of my clients are already wealthy. They already have their own businesses. They're trying to purchase a multi-million-dollar building to facilitate put their business in, or they're looking for investment properties that are in the millions because I do only commercial. But when you're dealing with clients that are only wealthy, when you do a win-win situation, them paying you X amount of dollars, it doesn't really mean that much to them. They need your expertise in whatever it may be. Let's just say you're really good at writing books. And let's say you're going to write a book for someone who's really wealthy and you're going to be a ghostwriter or whatever it may be. That individual is willing to pay you more, or that business is willing to pay you more than just a regular consumer, someone who's just looking to write an ebook or something like that, on an individual basis. That's where the money is when you're dealing with wealthy clients, when you're dealing with wealthy businesses. If you can hone in whatever your skill may be to those individuals, you will for sure double your income, because the value of money versus time is different for a wealthy person, a person who has a business, than it is most of the time for the individual. So you want to make sure when you hone in on these businesses that whatever the skill is that you have that you're trying to sell to them, let it be, website designer or whatever it may be, whatever your business is, whatever your brand is, you have to make sure that whatever you're going to do, that it's going to make a huge impact from your expertise. And then you will be allowed, or it will be very easy to see from the business and from the wealthy individual that what you're charging is minuscule to what they don't know and to their time. Here's a good example of what I'm talking about. There's plenty of times where I'm talking to a client, and let's just say I'm charging $40,000. I'm going to charge $40,000 for my fee of putting together financing for someone who doesn't know anything about financing. So for them, they go, I'm going to buy a $2 million property. Orlando's going to charge me $40,000 for this service of putting together my financing. I don't have to do anything but send over my paperwork and not deal with the bank, and just sign my name at the very end of the closing. To them, that's worth it than going to the bank, speaking back and forth, not understanding what the person is saying to them, not understanding what they have to do to get an approved loan. To them, it's like, duh, I would just rather go ahead and pay Orlando the 40 grand than to deal with the crap that's probably gonna come along with dealing with the bank individually. Plus, I don't know what I'm going to do right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know exactly what they're looking for. Whereas when they come to me, I already know exactly what everybody's looking for, and there's no guesswork from the client side. I just tell them, give me this. They go, okay, great. Yeah, Orlando, well, no problem. We're closed. And that to them is so worth it when you're dealing with multi-million-dollar transactions than to go in and waste 60 days not really knowing the outcome of it. So you see what I'm saying there? That's where you want to aim. Now, in that same scenario, I could charge $10,000 on a multi-million-dollar transaction. The person would take me up on that deal, but really, is that the value and worth of me being in the middle and making sure and navigating through that whole process for the client? Probably not. That's the reason why we're kind of going through this, is so that you can actually see exactly what your worth is. Now, once again, I've given you all 4 of these steps that can instantly double your income. Go through all of these and figure out which one you want to do first. I promise you, it is very important for you to do this a step process. Don't try to do all of this at once. Don't try to, I didn't do it all at once, so I wouldn't suggest anybody do this all at once. Just do one at a time to kind of see. It's a risk thing on top of that. This is your business. This is your brand. You don't want it to implode by you trying to do 5 strategy or 4 strategies all at once. So just do one at a time. But this is key, guys. I promise you, if you do these, you will double your income. So once again, if you've got value out of this content, please hit that subscribe button, that notification button, and that like button. It really helps out my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.